I have my yarn connected to the back of my work, so my tail is fastened and out of the way. I have my 6 stitches on the needle. I'm going to do my ribbing. Alright, I have the ribbing done. This is our second shoulder. The goal here is to replicate exactly what we did on the other shoulder. If you are turning your work and working on the back side, you will need to make those compensations so that you are doing on the purl side at this end exactly what you did on the knit side at the other end. The first thing we did was we increased in the first stitch, then we knitted that stitch, slipped the marker, then we're going to increase in this stitch, knit that stitch, and work to the first short row turn marker and turn. Here's my short row turn marker. I'm going to slip it with the yarn in back. If you are using on-stitch markers and you have to pick the stitch up as if to knit for a western mount, move the marker to the locking marker to the back and slip. That will put the locking marker on the right leg. Reach back and lift, wrap from the back over the top, and slip. On the that's our first prep row. This is our second prep row. We knit to the front. That's all we do. Now we're back at the start of the ribbing. There's our first ribbing purl. We need to lift back and do the front edge increase. Now again, as with the other end, we are doing an increase at this point every single row coming to the front. It doesn't matter whether you're doing it from the wrong side or the right side. That's where that increase needs to happen. Alright, this is the first of the rows that are going to be the same for until the drop is complete. Slip the shoulder marker, knit one, reach back and increase in the purl bump. Now, this is the where we start our saddle for the back. This short row turn set gets knit individually. If you are leading leg toward you, slip the marker to the back, slip the stitch as if to knit, lift the purl bump, wrap over the top from back to front, slip the marker. Now, we need to set our saddle marker on this row and we want it 4 stitches. So I have 2 more stitches and then I'm going to set that back saddle marker so we can remember to do that every time. There's my back saddle marker. We work to the shoulder, slip the shoulder marker, knit 1, reach back and increase. We knit to our first purl stitch on our ribbing. It's right there. We reach back and do a lifted increase for the neck edge. This is the sequence we're going to follow until we have enough stitches here to set our front saddle marker. I'll go through it one more time. Knit to the shoulder marker, slip the marker, knit 1 or purl 1 if you're working from the wrong side. I'm telling you what it needs to be on the front side. Knit, total of 5 from the shoulder marker. That's where our saddle marker should be. Slip the saddle marker, reach back and do the back saddle increase. Knit to the next short row turn marker. Slip that marker so that the leading leg is in back. Lift the purl bump from the back over the top, wrap, slip that back, knit to the back shoulder marker and move it one stitch toward the shoulder. If you are using leader markers, leader and bead markers like I am, you can actually work this next stitch without moving the marker. Just pull the leader up against the needle, insert your tip in the next stitch, knit it, and as you knit it, pick up the leader on your needle tip and it'll automatically switch it to 4 stitches from the shoulder marker. Knit to the shoulder marker, slip it, knit 1, reach back and increase, knit to the first purl stitch of the ribbing, reach back, increase for the neck edge, and work your ribbing. This is the row I have, 13, which is my count for my fading saddle. This is my 13th stitch here, but obviously I can't do an increase in a stitch I've already done an increase in. When I come back, I'm going to put my marker right here for the next time, because although there are only 12 stitches between this and where I'm going to set the marker, when I come back for my next row toward the front, I will be doing an increase right here, which gives me exactly 13 stitches, and I will do an increase in this stitch, and when I come back the next time, I'll move my marker 2 to the front. When I come back the next time, I will be going all the way across the back, because this row going back is the one that's going to do the last short row turn marker. See, I only have this short row turn marker unworked. So what I'll do is I will knit all the way back to here. I will do my turn and then I will cut my yarn. I'm at the marker for my last short row turn. The marker's right here. For this marker, you do exactly the same with the short row turn. What I'm going to do is I'm going to slip all of these stitches over to this needle. I'm going to keep the orientation I prefer for the stitches as I switch them, because the next step is to start here and knit all the way across the work. I have my front fading saddle markers set. They're in exactly the same place on both sides. Hereafter, the starting point for each row is the center of the back going this way. That's a little different than what anyone's used to, but it produces the best result. We have, at this point, 2 identical shoulders, with the exception of this row has been completed to the front. if we had completed this row from this short row turn marker, if we had completed this row to the front, we would, when we came across with this other thread to go all the way across, we would have an extra row here, and we don't want that. So let me slip all the stitches and I'll come back. Here we are, both shoulders are done. I have added a marker between the last short row turn stitches so that I can make sure I knit those separately. I've got it marked on both sides.